So this is an Abbey GTS 418. I'm just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van, you've got your jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake. We'll demonstrate these to you in person here on site. In the front locker, you have your gas regulator on the bulkhead. You do have the gas pipe work available should you need to buy it. And that connects directly to the top of the gas bottles, and it is a reverse thread fitment that goes into the front of the bottles. You've got your 2 gas bottle tie downs in the front of the caravan, and they are just there for tying the bottles down, and it's maximum of 2 6-kilogram propane gas bottles at any point on board the caravan. Coming down the side of the caravan, you've got your water pump connection. You need to pull out the pump or push the pump in, depending on whether you're filling the system up. Use the cap to lock it in place, and then the pickup pipe drops down inside the aqua roll, as you can see. You've then got your heating and hot water flue cover. You need to remove this prior to igniting anything on gas inside of the caravan, or using the heating and hot water system in general. I'd advise you just remove it prior to each time you're using the caravan, so you know it's ready to go. You've then got your wind down leg on the front of the caravan. There's one on the opposite side and there's 2 on the back of the caravan also. Battery box and leisure battery. Leisure battery is just put on there to show you everything works. It will be removed after the handover. If you'd like to buy one, we do have them available here on site to buy. And then you've got your mains power lead coming into the side of the caravan also from the power on site. You've then got your 2 fridge vents. 2 fridge vents are very simply there to allow the fridge to push out the hot air and take the cool air in, and behind one of those you'll also find a gas flue for when you're running the fridge on gas. Motor mover and wheel nuts. We'll torque the wheel nuts before you leave site with the caravan so you can see they've been tightened correctly, and we'll also demonstrate the motor mover so you can see that it's operating as it should. 2 grey waste pipes coming out the side of the caravan, very simply there to allow the waste water out of the van, so this will come out the sinks and the shower. You'll have 2 bits of grey pipe that go into the large diameter holes on either side, and they'll drop down inside the waste master. Then got the toilet flush tank at the back of the caravan. This tank here needs to take 3.5 litres of water and a cap full of the pink fluid prior to use. And in the bottom, you've got your toilet waste cassette. You need to lift up the yellow handle to remove the cassette from the side of the van. The neck here turns out 90 degrees so you can tip the waste away. The yellow cap is a measure for your pink and your blue fluid, so you can measure that into the cassette. And then you've got your yellow pressure relief button on the back of the cassette, so when you press that button in and tip the waste away, it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. If you want to drain down the flush tank on top, just at the top here in the corner you have a grey plug that you can pull out, and that will drain the toilet flush tank down. The back of the caravan on either side, you've got the wind down legs again. And coming down on the bedside, you've got storage for underneath the rear seating area. Then coming to the front of the caravan, you've got a storage locker for underneath the front seating area, which is a wet locker, with your mains power plug coming into the side of the caravan, or mains power coming out the side of the caravan. You've then got your barbecue gas point also. Going on to the inside of the caravan now. So when you first come into the caravan, you need to make sure the main control panel's turned on above the door here. You've got your internal lighting, you've got your water pump switch, which I'm going to come back to in a second, and you've got your battery voltage for the battery on board the caravan. You're then going to come into the cupboard on the far side of the caravan. You're going to make sure all the trip switches are up, in the up position. If you're on a mains powered site and you're not sure if you've got mains power coming to the caravan, hit the test switch. If this switch drops down, it means there is mains power coming to the caravan from the caravan site you're on. You've got your 12 volt fuses for your 12 volt systems on board the caravan on the top left hand side here, and a code for each of these at the bottom, and it will tell you what each fuse should be if they do blow. You've then got your car and van power switch, so if you're connected to your car, you'll need to have it on the car position, and if you're connected to the caravan, or if you're using the caravan on site, you'll need to have it in the van position. You've then got your battery charger main power switch at the bottom here, your space heater main power switch, and your electric water heating for the caravan. I'm going to turn that on so it starts warming up, so when you come into the caravan you can see it is warming up. So that's your electric water heat switch, and like I said, you will need to have that on for the electric systems on board the caravan to warm up the water on board the van. Underneath the seat in the front corner of the caravan, you've got your yellow drain down valve. That is going to need to be flat with the floor for you to fill the water system up on board the van. If that valve is upright and pointing towards the bottom of the seat, it will drain all of the water out of the system of the caravan onto the floor underneath. So to fill the water system up, you're going to need to open all the taps up on the hot side of the water system. You're going to open it up on the hot side. You're then going to turn the water pump on above the door. And then when you have water running out of every tap continuously on board the caravan, the water system will be completely full, and then you can start warming up with either the electric or the gas water heating. You'll notice when you come into the caravan, I've left the cushions up so you can see where the drain down valves are in the corner of the caravan. So I've showed you the electric water heating in the cupboard just there, so that's your electric water heating. To operate the water heater on gas, you have this dial on the wall just here, on the opposite side of the caravan. You need to spin the outer grey dial to the flame symbol, and you'll get a green light appear. Now in a moment the red light's going to appear because there's no gas connected, to let you know it's failed to ignite. But if you're on gas water heating, you can actually control the water temperature between 30 and 70 degrees of temperature. If you're on mains power and you're using the mains water heater, the electric water heater, you will have no control over the water temperature. It will just be a standard temperature of 35 to 40 degrees. Below the dial for the Ultra Store, you have your Ultra Heat switch. So if you're on a site where you've got mains power, you can actually use the mains power to power your heating. So you can select the 500, 1000 or 2000 watt down the side here. And you'll be able to control the temperature of the heater on this dial in the centre here. The higher you go with the number, the hotter the heating will be. Turn the heating back off, you can put it to the central position with the 0. If you want to warm the caravan up on gas, you've got the dial here on the right hand side. You can spin the dial around between 10 and 9. Hold down the gas valve if you have gas connected, and when it does ignite on gas, you'll have your pilot light in this window at the front of the heater. Once it's ignited, you'll need to hold it down for a further 5 to 10 seconds. Slowly release the valve, then you'll be able to control the temperature of the heater on the dial on top. And to turn the heat back off on gas, you'll spin it back to the 0 position here on this right hand side. On top of the heater, you have your continuous blown air symbol. So if you want to use continuous blown air for your heating, you can have the fan on continuously on this left hand side, and you've got the fan speed on top. The dot in the centre allows the heat to come out the front of the heater, and the A on the right hand side is automatic blown air, which cuts in and out with the thermostat on board the caravan. So that will work either off the thermostat on the gas side or the electric heating on the wall. The fridge is very simple to operate. You've got your main power switch here for the fridge, so you've got power off and power on. You've then got mains power as your first power choice if you're on mains power, and you can control the temperature of the fridge on the button on the right hand side. You've then got your power source button on the left hand side, so as you can see here you've got the option to run 12 volt. Now it will depend on whether you can run 12 volts, whether you've got the right connection on your car coming to the caravan. If you haven't, then the 12 volt mode will not work. If you have got the right connection on the back of the car, the blue light here will go solid and it will allow you to run the fridge as a cool box. You will have no temperature control on the cool box mode, as it is just a cool box. Press the button again and it will go to the gas option. The fridge will self-ignite on gas. If it fails to ignite, it will flash the blue light just below the flame symbol to indicate it has failed to ignite, and it will also come up with a 9 and a spanner symbol on the control panel just here. Microwave, hob, grill and oven all work very much like your household appliances, no differences at all there. The only difference being is the 240 electric ring at the back will not work if you're using 12 volt power only to the caravan. It will only work from your 240 mains power supply. Going into the bathroom now at the back of the caravan. In the bathroom you have your electric flush on the toilet just here. You have a toilet full indicator light on the toilet itself, which indicates when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. The toilet seat itself turns for your convenience, as you can see. And down the side of the toilet you'll actually find this grey waste handle, which allows the toilet waste into the cassette under the van. So when it's pushed forward, that will allow the waste into the cassette. When it's in the closed position here, it will stop the smell from the waste tank coming back up inside the van, and you'll also need it in this closed position when you try to remove the toilet waste cassette from underneath the van as well. One last thing I'm going to show you on this particular van is the bed at the front. Obviously the bed at the back there, you can access the storage underneath, so you can lift that bed up should you want to. And then down the front here, you have your rail at the front, which allows you to pull out the bed, and pull out the bed slats. The cushions from the side here drop down into the centre to make the bed up. So if you have any further questions on the caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call and we'd be more than happy to help. We appreciate your business and we look forward to seeing you here soon. Bye bye.